Hey people, how you doing? Hope everyone's safe and well out there. In this video, I'm going to show a recent purchase I got that I'm geeking out over. It is the remix and remastered box set for Marillion's Script for a Jester's Tear that came out recently. This is the CD version. It has the EP, the Market Square Heroes EP, the album Script for a Jester's Tear, and it has 2 CDs of live tracks and a Blu-ray as well. So really cool collection here. Here's the back of it. Very nice, and the spine. Nothing great about the spine, but really cool. I'm really geeking out over this. Like I said, I'm real excited about this. Just got it in recently, and I have been spinning the hell out of this thing. It's not a vinyl. I'll show a little bit of vinyl after this, but I just wanted to show this. Here are the 2 CDs. This one is the Market Square Heroes EP, I believe, right? Huh, yeah. Yeah, the Market Square Heroes EP, and the one on the top is the album Script for a Jester's Tear. So, and these are all remixed and remastered, and they all sound absolutely cool. I love the artwork on this. Actually, I'll show the other disc. Get this one out of the box here so you can see the artwork on the other disc. It looks really nice. I really like the artwork they put on these CDs. It's very cool. And this is I love this deluxe box set. The artwork in it is really nice. I love the way they put this together. It looks really good. And because this is the first album from Marillion, their first studio album, full-length studio album, it really does show a lot of pictures from their very, very early years, the very first lineup of Marillion before they were signed. So you get a lot of those cool early day photos that I've never seen before. So I'm really cool. It's really cool to have this. And yeah, this whole book tells a story of how the band was put together. And it shows a lot of early pictures. Look at this early picture of fish there. Look at that. That's dating back. So let me find a kind of a full page picture here. There we go. There's early days of the band. Look at that. Just young kids. Young, hungry, ambitious kids. I love it. I love it. Oh, here's another good picture too. Lots of great old photos in here. That's what I like about it. I gotta admit, I don't really know much about the early days of the band, their history, of how the band actually first got started. I collect the albums and I like the music, but I never really bothered to learn the early history of the band before they were signed. And this shows the artists designing the covers of their 12-inch singles, and also did the front cover of this album. So really nice. Yeah, I didn't know much of the history of the band getting together, so I was really glad to have got this box set to kind of read up on that. And the Blu-ray includes a documentary, a 90-minute documentary about how the band was formed, got signed, and eventually went on to record this album, which was their first full-length studio album. So really cool to get the early year stories from the very, very beginning. So I was really happy. Oh, I love this artwork. I gotta show this. Look at this art. Look at that picture. Try to get my fingers out of the way. Really cool. And of course, here's the CD and the CDs of the back of the live recordings. This was at the Marquee Club in 1982. So both these CDs are from that show, Marquee Club, 1982. Very nice. And this pocket here holds the Blu-ray. And like I said, the Blu-ray contains a documentary. So there's the Blu-ray. Watch on my flat screen. It contains a 90-minute documentary of how Marillion was first formed, very early years, very first members of Marillion, and how that lineup that recorded this album, Script for a Jester's Tear, came to be, and how they got themselves signed, and so on and so on. I mean, great documentary. I've only watched it once, but it is a really good documentary. I know I'm going to watch it over and over and over again. That's how good it is. Let's see. And also on the Blu-ray is some concert videos, very long ones too. Okay, the concert video for the Marquee Club in '82 is on there. It's pretty lengthy. And recital recital of the script live at Hammersmith Odeon 1983, and that's a very long one. I think that's about an hour and a half long. So cool stuff. Plus, of course, you got the surround sound mix of Script of a Jester's Tear. You got updated stereo mix on the Blu-ray as well for the Market Square Heroes EP, and also the live shows on CDs 3 and 4 are also included on the Blu-ray, so you can listen to it on your surround sound system or whatever. And of course, music videos from this album too. So a lot of good stuff packed into this book, hardcover book. I really love this. Like I said, I've been geeking out over it ever since I got it in the mail a couple of days ago, and I love this. I absolutely love this. I'm so glad I have it in my collection. I got their other CD box sets of other albums too. There was 4 before this one. This is the 5th one they've released. And I also got the vinyl box sets right here. I don't have this one yet. I'll get this one later down the road. Right now I'm just enjoying this for the time being, but later down the road I will get the vinyl box set for it. And it'll go on the shelf there. So pretty excited about this. Very, very excited about this. I love the music on this album. The Web is really good. He Knows You Know. Garden Party, Chelsea Monday, Forgotten Sons. I mean, some great stuff. Some great stuff on this album. Those are just my favorite songs. I mean, I do like the song Script for Jester's Tear as well. But the ones I mentioned before that were my favorites. Very good debut album from them. I'll show some vinyl here. I do have the vinyl copies of this album. Here we go. I believe this is the American pressing of it. And it's a gold stamp promo. Actually, let me take it out of the sleeve here. The funny thing is, when I started collecting Marillion vinyl, this album was the hardest one to find at first. It took me months to find this in a record store. There we go. Gold stamp promo of Script from a Jester's Tear from Marillion, their first album. And like I said, I believe it's an American pressing. It's on the Capitol label. And this was the first copy I had of it. And it took me months to find this. And for a while, I didn't think I was going to find it. It was really hard to find this. This album is not very popular in this area. And this is the hardest one to track down. If you're like trying to find used copies in record shops, yeah, you can just order online and there you go. But if you actually want to find it in the wild and digging, this was a tough one to find. And it definitely took me a long time to find it. And once I finally did, I was so happy. So this was the first one I had. And then eventually, I found this one. This is the UK pressing of the same album. And the only difference is this one's a gatefold. Where the one I just showed is not a gatefold. This is a UK pressing. And this cool looking gatefold. There we go. Right on, right on. Love it, love it. And on a different label. It's on the EMI label, so there we are, EMI. Really good album. Really good album. Like I said, very hard to find in my area. I'm sure if you live in the UK, it's probably a lot easier to find. Quite the challenge to find here in Northern California. where everybody's just stocking hip-hop and metal records and punk records, it is hard to come across this album. You got to be really patient when looking for this record, and yeah, this was a toughie. So there we go. So those are my pressings of Script from a Jester's Tear. Here are the singles that came out around that time for that album. Well, first we have the EP, which is the 12-inch single for Market Square Heroes. I love that cover. That is such a great cover. In the documentary, they speak to the artists who designed this cover and how he came about to getting the ideas for this drawing. Actually, I had to take some Polaroids of himself doing this just to get that look. And so a lot of work went into this, just designing this cover, and really cool that I got a copy of it. I've had this for quite some time. And of course, so side one is Market Square Heroes, the single. And on the B side, we have Three Boats Down from the Candy and Grendel. Actually, Three Boats Down from the Candy is on side one. Grendel takes up all of side two because it's a 17-minute song. It's a very long song. I gotta admit, Grendel's not exactly my favorite Marillion song. When I first bought this, I always tried to give it a chance. I don't know, it's a big piece of music, and I never thought it flowed very well. I mean, I don't think it's a lousy song. I think it's a good song, but I have to be in the mood for it. It's on the Blu-ray, on the concert footage, so you get to see him playing. In concert in front of a crowd. That helps. It makes me appreciate the song a little bit more. Kind of hard to listen to that song on this, for me anyway. And like I said, I don't think it's a lousy song. It's just you got to be in the mood for it, because it's a long listen. But you know, this is the early years of the band. Their songwriting would get better as they went on. But this is just the introduction to Marillion right here. So really cool. And then now we're getting into the singles for the album, Garden Party. Another cool looking cover. Let me get it out of the sleeve so you can see it better. There we are. I like that cover. That's a pretty cool drawing, I gotta admit. And so on the A side is the single, the full version, and then Charting the Single, which is a live version taken from the Hammersmith Odeon in '83. B side is a song called Margaret, another live version taken from the Edinburgh Playhouse, April of '83, full version. So not bad, not bad. And I don't remember what kind of label it was. Oh, it was the black EMI label that a lot of their singles are printed on. So really cool. This is a UK pressing, so I'm very glad to have that. And I also have the picture disc of it. Same thing, picture disc for Garden Party. And on the B side is just the song live version of the song Margaret. This is a rare piece of vinyl, so a really cool addition to the collection. Really dig that. So yeah, nice picture disc there with a weird shape to it. And the last one is the UK pressing of the song He Knows You Know. And look at that cover. Just absolutely badass. Creepy looking thing, ugly looking thing to some people, but I love it. And B-side is Charting the Single. Absolutely killer. And of course the black label from EMI Marillion, so very nice. And I was even lucky enough to find another copy of it. This is another tough 12-inch single to find in stores, at least around here. And I found another one, but this one has a different label on it. And get it out of the sleeve here, if I can. Yeah, it's on the white EMI or bright yellow EMI label. Really cool. I love that picture. The cover on it, it has to be my favorite. My absolute favorite. And it's just so grotesque and ugly looking. I dig it. I dig it. So that's one of my favorite as far as 12-inch single covers. That's one of my favorite. And I love collecting their 12-inch singles because of the artwork on these covers. They're really nice. So I dig collecting. I try to find as many as I possibly can. Not living in the UK, it's kind of hard. It's challenging because I like to find these in the wild. I don't like to order them online. Well, that's going to do it. I just wanted to show the box set because, like I said, I'm really enjoying it. I got so excited when it came in the mail, and I've just been all over it since then. All right, I hope everyone is doing well. Everyone's staying safe. All Marillion fans, send me some comments. What are your memories of this album? Do you have this box set yet? And what are your thoughts on it? I love to hear from you. All right, take care, folks. See you at the next one.